Story time. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I am the Rugged Gangster. My name is Giovanni, but you can call me G. And today I've got another story time for you guys. Yes. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. Please. Just subscribe to Hasablif. Subscribe, nah? Okay, cool. So I'm going to tell you guys the story of, I guess, my first official heartbreak, which was very heartbreaking because, like, the previous relationship that I was in, there was no heartbreak. We broke up and it was okay and it was amicable and it was respectful and it was, it wasn't ugly and messy and okay. Anyways, I was about 18. This gent was about 20, 21, right? I was very much involved in church at the time. I was involved in a whole lot of different ministries at the time. So I didn't have a lot of free time. I didn't have a lot of time to do unnecessary things, He was not very churchical. He was always out partying, living life, doing the most. So, okay. With that being said, we had a set schedule of how we're going to meet and where we're going to meet and so forth, right? So, if I remember correctly, I know like we definitely hooked up on Wednesdays. We definitely hooked up on Fridays after youth service, Saturday in the afternoon, and some Sundays if there's not too much happening, all right? So how I actually found out that something fishy is going on. Okay, let me tell you guys. So he had a car, right? But his car didn't, at some point his car just didn't work. Like it just stopped working. But then he started coming around and picking me up in some sort of like, shall I say a bakiracha thing, like 4x4 thing type thing. Okay, cool. He would come and pick me up in this car right now, right? Me not thinking much. I'm thinking, it's probably like his dad's car, one of his dad's cars or something like that. Never thought much of it and stuff. So he would come and pick me up. And then this one particular day after youth service, I get dropped off at home because like our youth leader did not drop us anywhere that wasn't your house. Even if your friend lives next door and you say, drop me off next door, my youth leader was not gonna allow that. He drops you off at your house, makes sure that you go into the house, even better if he can see your parents, and then that's when he leaves. So cool. Guy comes, let him know that I just got dropped off. He comes, he pulls through. Normally when he would come, he would like have like drinks and we would like hang out in front of my yard. This particular day, he didn't have drinks, but he had cash on him. And he's like, no, let's go and get me a couple of drinks and then we can go chill somewhere or whatever. Yeah, fine, sharp. We do that. We go and we get to the bottle store, right? He leaves his phone. He forgot his phone. He didn't leave it intentionally. He forgot his phone in the car. One thing that this gent never ever does. He never... When I say never, ever, ever, he never leaves his phone. He never leaves his phone. This time is still like that mix-it period. Like I've spoken about mix-it before. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know. Before there was WhatsApp and before there was BBM and before there was, Instagram and all of these things, there was mix-it. I think even before Facebook, there was mix-it, right? So cool. His phone keeps on, like, there's like a whole lot of like mixed messages coming in, like after Makar. So, like I don't really want to go through the phone, but like it's making a lot of noise and eventually it actually starts to ring, right? But like at the time there was also this thing whereby like when if you want somebody's attention and they're not responding fast enough on Mix It, you would like give them missed calls, right? But like, okay, fine, this person is actually calling. And I'm like, should I answer? Shouldn't I answer? And I can see like there's this name. Let's say this person's name is, let's say this person's name is Ari. Okay, fine, next up. I can see the name Ari is popping up and there's like a whole lot of messages from Ari that keeps on coming in and stuff. And curiosity, can I say curiosity got the better of me? I actually opened the message, the chat. I opened the chat and I went through the messages and what I saw there was shocking. What shocked me the most, I'm not going to tell you guys everything, but what shocked me the most is this girl was actually pregnant by my boyfriend. Okay? This guy made some girl pregnant. Okay, cool. Now, gee, how are you going to handle this? I'm sitting in the car because now also, how are you going to explain that you went through this person's phone and you read the chats? Like, how are you going to explain this? What are you going to say? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle this situation? Okay, fine, I'm not going to handle the situation. I'm going to put the phone back and I'm going to pretend like nothing is wrong and I'm going to go about my day. Maybe get to school on Monday and ask my friends how to handle this situation because I really, at this point, I don't know. There's a lot going on in my mind. Okay, fine, it's cool. Days go by, like, eventually when I got to school and I asked my girls, like, hey, yo, well, I actually asked this one friend of mine, shout out to Deborah, Debadacious, the original Jenny from the block, my girl. I don't know if you remember this story even, but I had asked you, what I'm going to do in this situation? What am I going to do in this situation? And I think I was like just very like disturbed for a while. I didn't say anything. A couple of days went by. He kind of like saw that I'm a bit weird. I'm trying my best to be normal in this situation. Like I'm trying my utmost best to act like everything is okay, but I can't. Because somewhere in those chats, these people are talking about abortion. These people are talking about how are they gonna like live their life with a kid in it. They are still young. They don't know how to go about this. Okay, cool. That's fine. It's cool. Eventually I can't take it anymore and I just confront him. Yo, dude, remember that night that you went into the bottle store and like you left your phone in the car and like I kind of like saw some messages. I didn't say what I saw or who I saw messages from. And he's like, no, let me explain. Now, here's where it gets interesting. He's like, no, let me explain. You see, I met this gent via, oh my gosh, did he say gent? I thought Ari was a girl. And I thought she was pregnant. Okay, fine, cool. No, I met this gent and you know, like he promised me heaven and earth and like remember that day that I bought you this, that and the other, it was with his cash and blase and like that's when he says to me, and even the car that we're sitting in right now belongs to this guy. Yo. Oh, okay, cool. You've got a pregnant girlfriend and you've got a sugar daddy. The fuck? I was, you know, like, I think a punch to the stomach would have felt better that day, right? A punch to the stomach would have felt better. And I'm thinking to myself, how do I move forward from this? Like, what do I do? How do I go on from here? Because now Oh, the trauma, the trauma of all of this. Yo, guys, your relationships have been showing me flames since. Hey, yo, sitting here, I'm just going back to those feelings and emotions, and I'm like, what? You actually went through this like live, yo. So now, yeah. In any case, he's like, yeah, no. The thing is, and I'm like, so who's this gent in any case? He explains to me, see, the one day when you were walking to church and I drove past you and I told you I'm coming back, the guy that I was in the car with, that is him. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. But that is a grown-ass man. Like, this man could probably have like kids and a wife and all of that. Yes, he does. He does have a wife. He's got like 3 kids. Oh my gosh. Yet you driving around in his car. He's giving you money. What is Fatran? What's going on there? Eventually I have enough. I'm like, okay, actually I was not talking about that gent. I saw some messages from some girl named Ari, and she said she's pregnant and you guys are actually planning on like having an abortion. Like, what's that about? I thought that you were talking about this guy. No, I was not talking about this guy. But thank you for telling me about this guy. But now, what about this girl? Are you guys like gonna build a family, like live like a lavish, glamorous life, like white picket fence, have the 2.5 kids? What's like, where do I fit in all of this? Like, what's it giving? You know? But yeah, I think after that, things were just never really the same between us. A couple of years later, we bumped into we would see each other occasionally, but nothing much would be said. We would just act like we know each other, but like we don't know each other. And then, yeah, like a couple of years later, we were actually forced to have a conversation because we were at a friend's house. He was invited, I was invited, and we were together. And he was like, he actually had the decency to say sorry. Sorry for what he put me through. But up until today, him and this man are still messing around. Can you believe it? I don't know what happened to Miss Ari, but I do know that him and this guy are still seeing each other to this day. So now I'm asking you again, you, please, right now, in the comments, just tell me, what would you have done in this situation? And had I stayed with him, where do you think I would have fitted into all of this? Because now I'm like, hey, like, what is my life? I am the Royal Gay Gangster. My name is Giovanni. You can call me G. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, that's the story time of my first heartbreak. I can't believe I actually shared that and I went through without breaking down. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, so see you in the next video. Love you.